Hey guys, how you doing? Dr. Lou Hilliard here with Life Force MedBeds. I don't know, I'm sure you guys can hear. I got some frequencies going on. I got one of my frequency amplifiers right here, right at my heart, and I got one directly behind right behind on the other side of my heart, and then I got a couple or other ones. And the reason why is I'm just doing some frequencies, treating various elements. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to get flagged, but doing various frequencies to address a couple of different things here. With that being said, let me shut some of the frequencies off so we can have a conversation here. And hold on, I got to turn off my electron donation as well. I'm balancing. Ooh, okay. All right, here we are. So, welcome guys to Life Force MedBeds. So, I'm in my med bed. I'm getting some treatments right now. I can show you guys real quick. Looking at here's my frequencies right there that I'm doing on my data. And not only that, I got a lot of really great things going on within Life Force MedBeds. With that being said, guys, I also have, I just got more of attention. I had some investigators reach out to me. There are some people that are down in Florida, in the Orlando area, that are proclaiming to be MedBed inventors and what have you. And there are some investigators that have reached out to me because of these people. And I just had to answer some questions. I'm not going to get into that. But understand, people, there are some serious scams going on. And I just don't want, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because I don't want people like yourselves to get scammed and spending 10, 20, tens of thousands of dollars, we'll just say, on something that is a complete scam. And there are people out there now that are lying to people blatantly, saying that, oh yeah, buy my red light therapy, buy my hyperbaric chamber, and it's a med bed. By far is it. So with that being said, let me change the gears now because I want to stay on a positive vibration, a positive coming from my heart chakra of love, coming from my throat chakra where I'm speaking existence. I'm speaking in prosperity. I'm also in my third eye chakra where I see, visualizing, manifesting great things in my life, of course, and then the crown chakra where I am receiving. These are also, guys, areas of when I mention these chakras. Okay, I'm not like mentioning these to you like I'm some yogi or something like that. No. Understand that we have chakras within the body. Your body is an electrical system, all right? And there are areas where you can plug in your cord, your electrical cord, to charge your body, okay? And we call these areas chakras, okay? So as you increase the chakras and the vibration, you're also going to achieve a higher state of health. Because understand, people, that sickness is really, we get into it, we can talk about sickness and disease, but we can say, okay, it's because of an abnormal cell, or it's because of an abnormal function of a system, or what have you. But really, if you really take a look at it, it's a disruption and distortion of the energy within a cell. And if that energy is disrupted in any way, that life force, there's a life force that animates every cell, every tissue, every organ within the body, okay? And those cells run on batteries. Those cells, your cells, now I'm not talking some fictitious cell, I'm talking about the cells that are in your body. They run on batteries, okay, that need to be recharged, okay? And us as people, we don't recharge our batteries. Second thing is, we also need to be reprogrammed, okay, or programmed, Okay. Now that doesn't mean you watch TV and okay, I'm gonna listen and do everything that the news tells me and stuff like that. I'm talking about, there are cells in your body that are not functioning properly that can be just reprogrammed or rebooted, I like to say, to function good again, to function right. So what the Life Force MedBed does is it works with the body's, life force, really, and helping to charge the body, to program the body, and to also get rid of bad programs as well, debugging the program, debugging the body. So people take better care of their cell phone, their laptop computer, than they do their own body. Now, with that being said, with the Life Force MedBed, okay, guys, and understand, we're not just using frequencies and tones and light therapies and all of these. Understand, all of that is all the same. Frequency, energy, vibration, and light is all the exact same thing. It's just a different form in a lot of ways, okay? But it's the same. It's like water. Water can boil and become steam. Water can be frozen and become a solid, like an ice cube. But it's still the same. It's still the same thing. Well, the exact same thing with frequency, energy, and vibration and light. It's all the same thing. So now, with that being said, when the body, or like your laptop, okay, you use your laptop too much, it starts to get bugs. Okay, you have to debug it or whatever it is. You have to clean it out. Or if you have a Mac, you don't have to really worry about that. You might just update your softwares. Well, the body's the exact same way. Sometimes you just got to update your software. Okay, and then of course when your laptop is going down, the battery's getting low, or your phone is getting low. What's the first thing that you do? Oh, I'm gonna go plug it in. But when your battery runs down, what do? You completely ignore it. Okay? What are signs that somebody's batteries are running down? It could be things like anything like sickness and disease or depression, anxiety. Okay? Heart, high blood, and of course then you can get into the high blood pressure and heart disease, or the stress, what stress causes and what have you. But understand that is just a representation of the body running out of energy, that the body's systems are not functioning properly. It needs to be rebooted. It needs to be debugged a little bit. It needs to be recharged, okay? And us as people, we think that, health has to come in some sort of pill, some sort of lotion, some sort of, potion that you drink. But really, health is just honoring what's already within the body and helping it function better again. You guys have heard me say this, that God put the most amazing healing power in our body. It's called an immune system. It's there to fight and heal and kick and kill infection or whatever it is. It keeps homeostasis within the body, keeps things running. Something bad comes in, immune system goes and attacks it. Something good, the body needs something, it's able to make it. The body's an amazing thing. God doesn't need no help. He just doesn't want any interference. And humans love to interfere with everything. Never once have you ever heard me ever say, I cured the patient. But doctors, they love to say that. People love, I cured it. I did this. I did that. No, the body does it. Honor the body's healing ability and watch some of the miracles happen. Now, guys, I'm talking in general terms, okay? You got stage 4 cancer. You better be going to your oncologist and making a doctor's appointment. You got some things that are going wrong. You go see your healthcare physician. And I'm going to tell you what, Don't dare put your health in charge of somebody that is not a healthcare physician. There are people, like I just told you at the beginning of the video, that are impersonating being doctors, giving false health information, creating false hopes, false information within the MedBed world that is unfortunately that is going to destroy it before it even gets started if we let people like this continue. So now, let me get back on track. With the body and plugging in the body and charging the body, you want somebody that understands the body, not just they regurgitate what they heard off of a tape or off of a video, and you really don't understand the process of the body or the systems, the physiology, the structure of the body, the biochemistry. A lot goes into when you use a MedBed. So if you ever get into a MedBed and they're not a doctor and they're not using medical devices, you're not in a MedBed. You're getting scammed. All right. So, but with this now, when I get into the MedBed and stuff like this, not only am I doing like the patient consultation and history, and I'm trying to, I'm getting a bigger picture of the patient's overall health. I'm thinking several different ways. I'm thinking like a textbook physician, doctor needs to be, because we're not living in Lululand or anything like that. We're living in actual reality. So we have to follow a certain scope of practice. I'm a chiropractor. I have to follow a certain scope of practice. Oncologist, scope of practice. Proctologist, whatever it is, pediatrician, that every doctor has a different scope that they have to follow. But also, that doctor is trained and schooled and educated repeatedly year after year after year. Understand that doctors just don't go get their degree and then they're done. No, doctors every year, every 2 years, every 3 years or 5 years have to go and get re-education, or recertification. Understand that education and learning, especially about the human body and taking care of the patient, has always been an ongoing thing. With that being said, when using a Life Force MedBed, this is why you need to only go and see a physician when using a MedBed, a real MedBed, because why? He's going to have to understand, not just the textbook model of health, but also when we're getting into this brand new science, and it's really not new. It's been here for hundreds of years, it's thousands of years. But you learn how to utilize the frequencies, the healing tones, the bioresonance, the light therapy, the vibration, the energy, okay, and how to achieve a higher or better homeostasis within the body, or a higher state of health, I should say, within the body using these technologies. Okay? And somebody that's a furniture salesman or a mattress salesman does not understand or grasp that type of understanding that physiology, that depth of it. Only physicians do. So now, in my treatment protocol, even for myself or what have you, the best thing you always want to do is make sure that you're always honest with yourself, you're honest with the patient, and of course you do no harm. If you are trying to scam and stuff like that out of somebody, you're not gonna get anywhere. Also, with the MedBed, okay, we're hearing a lot of different things about what it can do and can't do. Right now, people, we have the bioresonance and the frequencies and all of that. But we don't have the cellular replicator, the cellular rejuvenator. That's where you can actually grow a valve for a heart or grow a finger or grow an ear or something. We're not quite there yet, okay? Or we even get into the AI, artificial or synthetic intelligence, where it's robotic surgery or even the holographic beds and stuff like that. Right now, my scientists, my team, and I, we are working various ways of how to create a holographic image. But it's not even just creating a holographic image for this med bed. You know, that's going to be the easiest thing. You know, just imagine something like, you know, like we've seen on Star Wars. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know, come quick. You know, the Princess Leia, if you remember that on Star Wars, this Princess Leia, where she had the plasma light projection. But understand, to reach that, that's going to be a great milestone. But that's not where we're at with this. Excuse me, with this plasma holographic imaging, because not only do we have to get the holographic image of the patient, but then if we want, you know, understanding that it's the diagnosing using the holographic image. So, for example, I can see, we'll just use Princess Leia, you know, up on my responder. She's, Obi-Wan, come in, or I'm coming to see you, Dr. Lou. And then I'm able to look and look at maybe her musculature. And, you know, as I'm, you know, scrolling through the layers of her body with my hand, just like if I was on a computer touchpad. You know, I need to see her heart. I can press a button or press the screen, and there's her heart, and I can roll in, and I can see which artery is clogged or which heart valve is malfunctioning, or if it's all good or what have you. That holographic imaging and that detail is going to take a long time to perfect. Okay, we're almost there of creating a holographic image. You know, we can do it with light and water very easily. We can do it with spinning light very fast, but there is no touching of the screen, or you flip your finger off, or you know, there's nothing, you know, that's going to hold that much water where you can get a good detailed image of a person to get the diagnostic. Because understand, we're not doing a holographic image of a patient just so we can see a silhouette of them. You know, we're using it for diagnostic purposes. Okay, to see, you got an ACL tear. We can go in there, you know, in the holographic image of the person, because it's got to be 3-dimensional. It's also got to be penetratable, so you can read the whole entire body like an MRI. Okay, so with this being said, but it's like taking that MRI, you know how they speed up MRIs and it makes it look like the brain is like, you know, you're going through the layers of the brain. Well, that is going to have to happen within this plasma imaging bed, but not at such a high rate of speed, but literally at the normal time of light and purpose, I guess. So with that being said, you have to, or not just you, or all of us have to just be patient a little bit. We are working on this. Our scientists are working on bringing the holographic to bed. Now there's going to be people, they already have it. The military has it. Here again, I will give anybody $5,000 if they can say and have a picture or bring me to the military base that has a med bed. I will give you $5,000, because there is no military med bed anywhere in the United States that you or me have access to. Okay, but with that being said, I'm coming up on my 20 minutes. You guys know I love to talk. I'm Dr. Lou Hilliard. Here it is. Also, if you want to open up a Life Force MedBed center, you want to buy a MedBed, I have MedBeds that people can buy that don't require a physician, and I also have MedBeds that do require a physician. So keep that in mind when you're choosing a MedBed. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and remember, hit me up. Our number is 770-948-4511, lifeforcemedbeds.com. Thank you. Have a great day.